Okay, guys, so we are going to read this story one more time today since it's Friday, and then I promise you are done with this book and you don't have to read it again. So just so you have a heads up, every week from here on out until we are back at school together, you are going to have a book like this, and every day we will be learning something new, and then each week you will get a new book, okay? So I think next week we're going to read about scorpions all week, and then the week after that, I think we're learning about Jane Goodall. So today's the last day you have to read this book, and then we'll be done and we're moving on. So what we are talking about today is the author's purpose. Okay, so when authors write books, they always have a purpose that they wrote it. When we read Junie B., that author wrote the book just for entertainment, just to write a story that she knew kids would like. All right, and some writers, though, write stories to teach us things. In a nonfiction book, usually that author is writing it to teach us things, okay? Now, this author specifically has three main things they want to teach us: how plants survive in the Arctic, how animals survive in the Arctic, and how humans survive in the Arctic. So we're going to read it together one more time, and then we'll be done with this book. All right, so open it up, follow along with your finger, and read it with me. Arctic life. Arctic life. And I know my pictures are way more colorful than the ones that you have, so you're welcome to follow along on mine. At the top of the world is the Arctic, a place of ice and snow, of white hares and polar bears. It is cold most of the year, yet plants, animals, and peoples survive there. So right there, that sentence tells us what the author's purpose was. Plants, animals, and people survive there. How do Arctic plants survive? Some plants grow low. They snuggle close to soil that is warmed on days when the sun appears. Some plants grow fuzz. The fuzz protects their stems and leaves from cold, dry wind. Some plants grow fast. Their flowers open and make seeds as soon as spring sunshine melts the snow. How do Arctic animals survive? Some animals grow fuzz. A bumblebee's fuzz is like a coat that keeps it warm. Some animals grow fur. An Arctic fox's thick fur gets even thicker in winter. Its furry feet act like fluffy snowshoes. Some animals grow fat. A polar bear eats plump seals to get fat. A fat bear can live for weeks without eating. Snowy white fur helps the bear hide as it sneaks up on seals. Some animals grow feathers. A ptarmigan's legs and feet are fluffy with feathers that help keep it warm and help it walk on snow. Some animals turn white. An Arctic hare is gray in summer and white in winter. Being snowy white helps it hide from owls and foxes. How do Arctic people survive? Some people wear warm boots and coats made of caribou skin. They hunt whales and other animals for food. Many Arctic people also buy food in stores. They buy warm clothes there too. Some people travel by dog sled, but most drive snowmobiles. Plants, animals, and people have lived in the Arctic for thousands of years. They are right at home in the land of ice and snow. Okay, so now I want to go back. I wonder if there's a quick way to do that. To the beginning, and I want you guys to think, did the author achieve their goal? Did they teach us a bunch of different ways that plants survive in the Arctic, animals, and people? And they did. They told us 3 ways plants survive, right? Let's go back in our books and see if we can find the 3 ways plants survive in the Arctic. I'm going to go to this part in my book that has the heading, How do Arctic Plants Survive? Okay, and then it tells me some plants grow low, close to the ground where it's warm. Some plants grow fuzz, like fur, to keep them warm. And some just grow really, really fast as soon as the spring sunshine melts the snow. So we learned 3 ways that plants survive. Okay, let's see. How do animals survive? They also grow fuzz. Some animals get thicker fur, kind of like how your dogs, they shed in this time of year because it's getting hot outside. These guys grow thicker fur to keep them warmer in the winter. And then these animals, they get extra fat, and their fat keeps them warm. So the author also told us 3 ways that animals can survive. All right, 4 ways. Sorry, I forgot about this one. Feathers. Some animals grow feathers that keep them warm. Look at its feet covered in feathers. That's the funniest looking thing. Okay. And some animals turn white. Just 5 reasons. Okay. And that helps it survive by hiding from other animals. It blends in with the snow. It's camouflage. Okay. And then it tells us that the people survive by wearing warm clothes. They eat whales. They do go to the stores. And they drive snowmobiles. Okay, so the author did achieve their purpose. It told us all sorts of different reasons and ways that these people and animals and plants can stay alive in the Arctic. So what I want you guys to do is, we've read this book 4 times now this week. You should be able to read it by yourself. You should know every single word in this book. Okay, if you get stuck on one, that's okay. But I do want you to go to your parents, please, and read this book to them at least once today, okay? All right, good job, guys.